Let's look at that movie, Gods of Egypt, 2016. Firstly, that movie is pure Illuminati and pure Freemasonic. That movie was strictly promoting or talking about the story of Horus, the left eye and the right eye, the eye of Ra and the eye of Horus, the one representing the sun and the other one representing the moon. In other words, the story behind the eye in the pyramid. In other words, paganism, idolatry. But I'm not here to put the heavy emphasis on this. I'm only here to point out something very interesting that I saw in the movie. Now, I did not see this coming. I never expected Hollywood to actually even go right ahead and change the whole shape of the earth as a whole in the movies. But in 2016, in the movie Gods of Egypt, guess what they have done with the image of the earth? The traditional viewing of the ball earth, they changed it completely and they gave us a round flat surface of an earth, a disc-like stationary earth with the sun being very close to it. Traditionally, we have always been shown the ball earth orbiting a big, gigantic, enormous, godlike structure called the sun, which is highly viewed as one of the highest deities to worship. Again, it's just the sun, but it's paganism and occult practices. Watch this scenery. What you are seeing is Horus going to pray to his grandfather, Ra, the sun god. And as he prays at the altar of his grandfather, he asks for strength because he did not have his other eye. What had happened was his eyes were plucked out by his uncle Set. Set plucked out both of Horus's eyes. However, a common thief went and stole back one of his eyes and gave it back to him. However, he did not have the strength to be able to transform. Why? Because he did not have both of his eyes. His eyes are his source of strength. Anyways, he goes to his grandfather's altar to pray to his grandfather, Ra, the sun god. And when he prays, his prayer is answered and he receives power to be able to transform himself into this deity that had wings and can be able to ascend and fly into the heavens. And this is where I want you to pay attention and observe. He begins to ascend into the heavens. And as he is flying, you can see the earth behind him. As he is ascending higher and higher, you can see the earth more and more clearly. Now, normally, as one would watch any type of a movie where they have people leaving the earth, deep in your mind, you would be anticipating the point where you're going to start to see the traditional viewing of Earth's curvature where they would show you the ball. But in this case, they never did. Horus is still ascending into the heavens. He goes beyond the star constellations. And only upon ascending higher above the stars were they then able to view the earth clearly for what it is. And interestingly enough, you can see the sun clearly right there above the earth. And you would traditionally think or expect the sun to be 93 million miles away, and it's this big ball of light. A big ball of light where the earth and other surrounding celestial bodies revolve around. But in this movie, you don't even see the other planets. You don't see the earth orbiting the sun. The sun is like a spotlight above the earth, and it's not very far away. Now, for those that are globular heads and have a difficult time understanding why people say the sun is close to the earth, here's what I'm going to share with you. Observe these footages that I'm showing you right now. What you are seeing is a balloon that has been sent up into the upper atmosphere with a camera. And that camera takes a good capture of the sun. Now, if you look at the sun, you can see the camera is pointing directly towards the sun and the balloon is well above the clouds. Observe the clouds which are beneath the sun. I want you to observe what you are seeing above the clouds. Now, if you carefully examine the clouds, what you will see is that there is a hot spot right above the clouds, but directly underneath the sun. The first thing I'm going to tell you is what you are seeing is impossible. What you are seeing, having a hot spot above the clouds underneath the sun, that hot spot is caused by the sun. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an impossible state if the sun is 93 million miles away. This is a state of globular impossibility. It does not work on the globe, because if the sun is 93 million miles away, then there would be more of an even distribution of heat across the surface of the object. However, hotspots should not be visible anywhere on Earth caused by the sun if the sun is 93 million miles away, yet you are seeing a hotspot above the clouds. In addition to this, if you look at the angles of the sun rays beaming through the clouds, that is impossible if the sun is 93 million miles away, because the sun cannot be able to cause that kind, or it should not be able to cause angles of sun rays beaming through the clouds in that formation. What should happen is that sun rays, if the sun is 93 million miles away, the sun rays beaming through the clouds should technically be parallel to one another if you have a distant sun that is 93 million miles away. But that is something for you to think about. Hollywood knows this very well, so Hollywood is going to play games with you. They'll put the truth right in front of you and tell you the sun is not 93 million miles away, the earth is not a spherical ball, and they'll put that right in the movies in such a way that you are going to look at that and you're going to say, it's just science fiction. I remembered learning from grade school all the way to high school, even through university, I learned that the earth is a ball, and so a ball that spins, a ball that is not stationary. But yet, when you are above on a helicopter and you're hovering above the earth, you look down on the earth doesn't move beneath your feet, but you have faith that the earth spins. Yet you will look down on the earth is stationary, but yet you have faith that you are on a spinning ball. You will look on the horizon and not see the ends thereof. You will see that the horizon is always at your eye level, yet you have faith that the horizon bends and curves away from you, even though you are looking at the horizon and it is always at a vanishing point. You have faith that you are on a ball that has a curvature. Let me simplify this for you. Here you are on ground level, gazing into the horizon. You get to a point where you can't see beyond the horizon. Everything hits a vanishing point. You have faith that the point of vanishing point which you are gazing at is in fact the point of curvature. However, when you ascend higher into the upper atmosphere, you notice that there is it never was the point of curvature. You could not see beyond that. Again, everything rises to the eye level, and every time it's always a line. And you can't see beyond that, but you have faith that you are on a ball with a curvature, and you have faith that because you can't see beyond a certain point, that point is the point of curvature. What I'm illustrating here, ladies and gentlemen, is it takes more faith to believe in this absurdity that you are on a ball. It takes more faith to actually believe that you are on a spinning ball that spins beyond Mach 1. This is the speed of sound.
Sound travels at about 760 miles per hour, or 340 meters per second. That's about 661 knots on an average day at sea level.
Yet, the Earth supposedly moves beyond this speed. However, when one is inside a balloon and is flying in the upper atmosphere above ground, you can gaze down. People will all gaze down and see the Earth beneath their feet not moving at all. Yet, they have faith that the Earth is moving at 1,600 kilometers per hour. Yet, your senses tell you that the ground does not move. In other words, you have been conditioned to not believe your own senses, but rather believe the experts. Whatever your eyes are telling you that you are seeing, the experts say, no, that is not what you are seeing. And ultimately, what ends up happening is you allow the experts to overrule what your eyes are telling you. Hollywood will take all the jabs and throw them all at you. They will hit you with the truth. Then they'll hit you with another lie.